Let's get this. Oh, NBA, NBA. All right. G'day, g'day. Good morning. Sunday morning. 4 NBA games. Bunch of baseball. And some golf. So let me start with some golf on the top. No, let me get this. Golf. All right. For those lucky enough to have tuned in some UFC last night. Nice winner. I watched that first fight. Boy. And then the second one, I still feel like got robbed. Feel like that was a hometown decision. I didn't even look where the card was or where the fighter was from, but yeah. All right. So not a day to play, not anything. I have just had my first trade at Kelshi, and I'm on Scotty Scheffler. I bought Scotty Scheffler for today. Just a throwaway bet. No idea that the limits were so small to deposit there. First deposit there, max out a nickel. A nickel is what they let me deposit there. So, boy. Anyway, backed him a few other places, whatnot, but that's what I'm doing today. I am gambling. That's not a day to play. That's not a golf play. For those that know, but I am gambling on Scotty Scheffler to win today. All right, NBA, game 1, early 76ers Celtics. Yesterday felt like volume was light. Nothing jumped out, and I had a bunch of other shit on that I had to sort out. Sorry, just been sitting here waiting for some funds to come into an account. Fuck, what's going on here? Where's my... okay. All right. NBA game. We're looking at 64% of the money on the Celtics. 62% of the master money on the 76ers. Is that a day to play with? Oh, shit. Okay. Hang on a second. Because just as I was talking, some significant wreck Celtics things, and now that is closer to 70. The hell did that bet come from? 73% is now on the Celtics, and we're looking at 62% of the wreck money is on the 76ers. This is starting to turn into a bit of a day to play. Let me see who's on this. Plus 13, spread of players, minus 12.5. There's a little bit. I'm going to call it 76ers plus 13, if you can get it, with that bitch barrage of late wreck money there. It's standing out. 61% on the over, 53% of the master money on the over, ton of fucking money on the money line there. Jesus, the Suns are friendless. Just hit refresh here. Jesus. Bunch of games starting, a few other things. Yeah, that's taken a dive. All right. We are looking at 92% of the money is on Thunder, and 94% of the master money is on the Thunder. Minus 13, minus 14, minus 14.5. It's 15.5 now, so numbers look gone, but we're going to need the Suns. Thunder are just being bet like game's already over, so not much money on the total, but we're looking at 68% on the over, 100% of the master money's on the under. As I said, really low volume there. Bunch of money on the money line. Pistons Magic. Oh, Jesus, this Boston money on the rec side just keeps coming in. So I need to check in just before these games to get a bit of a true thing. But then some of the early money has actually been better gauge because the late money's kind of balanced it out, and things would have been data plays, and if I came in late, they're not data plays, and so playing around with it, seeing how it goes. Pistons Magic. Looking at 68% of the money's on the Pistons, 54% of the master money's on the Pistons, 68% on the over, 82% of the master money on the over, bunch of money on the Pistons money line. And then the Spurs Blazers, which just looks friendless in volume right now. We're looking at 82% of the money's on the Spurs, 58% of the master money is on the Blazers. Again, not enough money there to sort of jump out for an NBA game. Total's well balanced. Master money's on the under there. No master money's on the first halves, first quarters, nothing there. What have we got? Is it NHL today, or is they? Yeah, okay. So NHL series, I guess that starts today. While I'm at it, let me look at the NBA series to see if there's anything that stands out there for these games. 93% of the money's on the Spurs. 95% of the money's on the Celtics. Pistons looking at 97%. Thunder. So, and there's like literally no master money on these series. That's interesting, though, that there isn't. But short prices, I don't see, and none of them have come for the Dogs, so none of them feel like that's a plausible possibility. So let's get into the NHL. Big bet game of the day is the first one, but we're looking at 93% of the money's on the Avalanche. Nothing on the master chart. There's really not a lot of volume on these. Lightning Canadians, looking at 61% on the Lightning. 100% of the master money's on the Canadians. I'd like to see a little bit more before that, saying that's a data play. This one, I don't remember how the NHL went last year. With this stuff, I remember there was a couple of good series spots, but I don't remember the games. But this one stands out a bit. We're looking at 76% of the money's on the Sabres, 100% of the master money's on the Bruins. That. Yeah. Let's take a little look later in the day on that one. Utah Mammoth and the Vegas Golden Knights, two young teams in this things. Not a lot of volume. Call it 53% of the money on the Knights. No master money. Series betting seemed to have a little bit more money than the games. Looking at 68% on Buffalo, 53% of the master money. Canadians Lightning, looking at 61% Lightning. Nothing worth noting on the master. Vegas Golden Knights. I mean, we're looking at 91% of the money on them, 100% of the master money. I don't know if this price just ran. 53, 60, 62, mid 60s, low 70s. So yeah, that one took a bit of a run from the original prices. And then the Avalanche Kings are just friendless. We're looking at 97% of the money on the Avalanche, 100% of the master money. See where they come in at. Minus 475, low 500s. Looks like high 500s now. So a ton of excitement there, but there's a couple that are on the verge. Baseball. Let's see here. A lot of money on the Giants. Looking at 78% of the money on the Giants. Really good volume. 54% of the master money's on the Giants. 90% of the money's on the over. Oh, here we go. No, we don't go. Bit of a data play maybe on the +1.5 minus money on the Nationals. Looking at 73% of the money on the over, 72% of the master money on the under, -150, so 61%, midpoint high 50s. And it's the only one there on the baseball that's jumping out there. +1.5. You see where they come in at. I need to get these in and get them recorded and whatnot. And it's actually at -1 where this money's popping up. -1 at even. No, what the fuck? Forget about that. Idiot. Early. Sunday morning. +1.5, mid-30s. So I don't know what the prices are around. We look like we're in the low 50s. So mid-30s is where that come in. Marlins Brewers, 61% on the Marlins, 69% of the master money on the Marlins, 90% on the under, 100% of the master money on the under, nothing on the run line. Oh, here we go. New York Mets. We are 81% of the money's on the Cubs. 84% of the master money's on the Mets. Mid-20s is where it come in. Looks like it's still around there, so let's call the Mets. Data play there. Nothing on total run line. Rockies Dodgers, looking at 71% on the Rockies, 99% the master money on the Rockies. Jesus, definitely on the over. 91% on the over. 93% of the master money on the over. Strong money there on the over. Braves Phillies, no volume worth noting there. Royals Yankees, they had 54%, nothing there on the master chart. Total well balanced, good volume. Run line well balanced, good volume. Good two-way there. Sox Tigers, looking at 90% on the Sox, 100% of the master money. 75% on the under. Nothing much else there. Big bet game, Guardians. Looking at 81% of the money's on the Guardians, 98% of the master money on the Guardians. Look at 93% of the money on the under, 100% of the master money on the under at a 6.5. Wow. 6.5 and the under's hitting it like that. Okay. Athletics, 87%. 100% of the master money's on the White Sox, but it's not a lot of volume. 68% on the over. Run line, they're betting the -1.5 there for a little bit. Nothing on the master, though. Rangers Mariners. Looking at 84% on the Rangers, 100% of the master money. So we need the Mariners in that one. Rays Pirates, 57% on the Rays. 86% of the master money's on the Rays. 82% on the over. 100% of the master money's on the over. So a lot of master action on that game. Heading all over. Cardinals Astros. 71% of the money's on. 71% of the master money is on the Cardinals. 65% of the overall money's on the Cardinals. Nothing worth noting. Total run line. Twins Reds. 78% on the Twins. 99% of the master money's on the Twins. Really some lopsided games here. There's a lot of stuff that we're going to need. Not data plays, just going to need against both Joes and Pros. Interesting. Padres Angels, not a lot of money, 75% there on the Padres. Nothing to get excited much else. Jays, D-backs is the low bet game of the day so far. Check this. Sound. Okay. So what else? I think I hit everything out. One, I'm cheering. Let me. Yes. Where's my? Sorry, just someone had sent me a transaction. Just making sure it's all there. Money. Okay. As I said, cheering Scheffler this afternoon. Rare for me to do that, but in this spot, I think he's a fair price for an afternoon just to check it out. Plus, I was wanting to mess around with Kalshi to take a look at it. All right. I think that's a wrap for today. Let me just take a quick look at this NBA game. All right, it's gone. Let me look at the chat. See how it closed. Yes. Oh, the amount of rec money coming in on the Celtics late was enormous. So it definitely held up strong for a day to play there. So let's get the 76ers home to start the day. All right. Cheers, everyone. Good luck today. Have a good Sunday.